My name is Daniel. I'm 27 years old, living in a quiet suburb outside of Chicago, working as a mechanical engineer. Pretty normal guy, nothing too flashy. I was raised by a single mom, and for most of my life, I believed she was the strongest, most honest person I knew. My mom always told me my father abandoned us. That he left when he found out she was pregnant. He wasn't ready to be a man, she said. He didn't deserve to be your father. That was her story, repeated like gospel my whole childhood. And I believed her. Why wouldn't I? She worked hard to raise me. We didn't have much, but I always had food, clean clothes, school supplies, internet. I never went without. She worked 2 jobs when I was in high school just to make sure I could attend a decent college. I looked up to her. I trusted her completely. But growing up without knowing anything about my dad always left a weird hole in me. No pictures. No name. Not even a single detail. Whenever I asked, she would shut the conversation down instantly. Don't dwell on the past. You don't need him. Over time, I stopped asking. But something always felt off. I have green eyes. My mom's are brown. So are my grandparents. My hair is dark, hers is blonde. I always chalked it up to some long-lost relative on her side, but a tiny voice in the back of my mind whispered, "Something's not right." That whisper became a scream this past summer. I was visiting home during a long weekend. Nothing special, just catching up, helping her fix a leaky faucet. One afternoon, I was in my old room when I overheard her talking to our longtime neighbor, Mrs. Klein. They were having tea in the kitchen, door slightly open. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but I heard it, clear as day. "Mrs. Klein, do you still talk to him?" "Mom, no. Of course not. Just a polite hello now and then." "Mrs. Klein, does Daniel know?" Mom paused. "Of course not. And he never will. It would ruin everything." I froze. I didn't storm out. I didn't confront her. I just sat there, heart pounding, mind racing. Who were they talking about? Who was this mysterious him? That night I couldn't sleep. I lay in bed replaying every moment of my childhood. And suddenly, a face came to mind. Richard. Our upstairs neighbor. Older guy, maybe in his late 50s. Always nice. Always present. He'd helped me with math in middle school, taught me how to fix a flat tire, even drove me to school once when I missed the bus. He'd been around for everything. Birthday parties, backyard BBQs, even my high school graduation. He wasn't just a neighbor. He was a quiet constant in my life. And I never questioned it. But now, with fresh ears and an open mind, I started reevaluating everything. Why did he never bring a date to any neighborhood events? Why did he always seem to show up when we needed help? Why did Mom act weird when people asked about him? I started noticing the similarities. Same nose. Same jawline. Same awkward way of holding a coffee mug. Even our damn voices were similar. I felt sick. I wanted to ask Mom directly, but I knew she'd lie. I could see it already. The way she'd tilt her head, the fake confusion, the quick shutdown. "That's nonsense. What are you talking about? Where did you get that idea?" So I decided to go around her. I ordered a DNA testing kit from 23andMe. And here's the crazy part, I got Richard to take one too. I told him it was for a college alumni research project I was helping with. He didn't even question it. Just laughed and said, "Sure, why not? Always wanted to know if I've got Viking blood or something." We both sent in our samples. And then I waited. 2 weeks. When the results came in, I opened the email alone in my apartment. My hands were shaking. 99.997% probability. Parent/child relationship. I stared at the screen for a full minute. No blinking. No breathing. Just blank. He was my father. And my mom had lied to me for 27 years. I didn't know what to do. Confront him? Confront her? Both? Neither? I just shut down. For 2 days, I ignored calls, skipped work, wandered the lakefront trying to feel something. Then I decided to talk to Richard first. We met at a small park near the complex. He showed up with coffee, casual as always. "Everything okay, kid?" he asked. I didn't answer. Just handed him the printed test result. He read it. Sat down on the bench. Let out a long sigh. "So, you know." I nodded. He looked away, then said, "I wanted to tell you. God, I wanted to so many times. But your mom, she was clear. She said, it's either complete silence, or you're out of his life entirely. So I chose silence. I chose proximity. You could have fought for me," I said. "I know," he whispered. We sat there in silence for a long time. Then I stood up and walked away. I didn't have anything else to say. A few days later, I confronted my mom. I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. I just put the paper on the table and waited. She read it. Her face collapsed instantly. Tears followed. "I was young," she said. "It was messy. We weren't in love. It wasn't supposed to happen. He offered to be involved, but I was scared. I didn't want you growing up with a half-committed father. So you lied," I said. "For my whole life." "I didn't lie," she snapped. "I protected you." That word. Protected. Like I was some fragile thing that couldn't handle truth. We haven't spoken much since. Maybe 1 or 2 cold, transactional phone calls. Nothing else. Richard sent me a birthday card last month. No return address. Just said, "Still here if you ever want to talk." I didn't respond. I've been seeing a therapist. Trying to figure out what this all means. Who I am. What parts of me are real, and what parts were shaped by a lie.